Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. All right, so first of all, we got to take a look at this chart, guys. This is XRP on the hourly, and you can see last night XRP made some moves before retracing a little bit, which is fine. Let's not forget. Up here, we were at a price of about 27.7. Don't know if you guys can see that. 27.7 per XRP before it came right back down, and right now we're trading at roughly 26.5, 0.2644 to be exact. So 27.7 rebounded back down, but this is good news, guys. We are making higher highs here. And after looking at these charts for a while, I noticed a broader trend that happened before the last bull run. I'm going to get to that in a second. Invest XRP at CAPITALNTEL here on Twitter is also noticing that we are likely to see a rally soon. XRP is above the super trend indicator for the first time since September 2nd. And here's the blue trend line I drew last month. So he drew a blue trend line, and he's looking at indicators. And what is happening now looks to be like a reversal on the XRP chart. How high could we go? Well, guys, that's anybody's guess. Let me put it down here on the daily. I guess the important thing is that we will be going higher based on what we're observing today. So let me just get rid of this stuff. Let's get rid of that stuff. Okay, so back in the summer, back in late July, early August, we saw XRP peak up here. That is an important factor to count in. Also back in February, we saw this high here of about 34.5. So this was 34.5. This was about 32.7, give or take, 32.9. And so if I bring the chart all the way back here, guys, you can see that we are actually, well, coincidentally, we are actually trading at about this same level here. So right now, trading at about 0.264, as I had mentioned before. And guys, again, this is back in 2017. What we saw, and it's almost imperceivable here, it's kind of easier if you take it off auto, you zoom in, and you kind of make this chart customizable so that you can drag it around the screen as you wish. So what I'm noticing is that there's a similar pattern happening here, guys. It's almost like a Nike swoosh pattern, if you guys can see that, okay? Nike swoosh, you guys familiar with Nike? Just do it. Okay, the bottom part of that swoosh was just to show off my artistic abilities. But really, we just need to look at this. So the sharp downtrend here, followed by a gradual uptrend, which will then theoretically bring us to a pump. And guys, this was the pump, the all-time high for XRP. I'm going to show you where we are in the process on today's chart. First, I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, though, because this is also adding to this narrative. So Bitcoin price, and if we just bring up Bitcoin here on the chart, we've also got Bitcoin price, and Bitcoin has also been doing quite well. We have seen a bit of a rebound for Bitcoin right now, trading at about 15,900. If we put Bitcoin on the hourly, we can see it did reach a high of about 16,000, almost 16,500, and then retraced back down. Bitcoin has been doing well as well, and so this is going to help propel the crypto market, and this is why when I bring up the XRP chart and we look at that Nike swoosh, that swoosh pattern that we saw back here on the daily, that is why I'm having confidence that we could see a pop very soon. So with regards to Bitcoin, the narrative is Bitcoin price at 16,000 and beyond. Here are the bear and bull cases. So this article is just giving us some bull cases and some bear cases. Generally, the cryptocurrency market has seen an increase in trading activity across all types of exchanges. So we're looking at trading volume here. So looking at the traded volume on retail-focused crypto venues shows that there has been a significant pickup in interest among these market participants. At the same time, though, the volumes of the open interest, or OI, across the more regulated venues, and in particular the CME, has also been on a steady uptick. So the retail exchanges, the institutional exchanges, everything is seeing a Bitcoin uptick in volume, which is important because that is suggesting that Bitcoin will rally further, thus bringing the rest of the crypto market with it. And in this case, what we're talking about today, XRP. A large uptick in trading volume and consistent inflow of stablecoins into exchanges typically means that the demand for Bitcoin is rising. As such, there is a strong possibility that the main impetus for the BTC rally above 16,000 was the high trading activity and newly emerging appetite for Bitcoin from stablecoin inflows. So let's not forget, a lot of people were sitting on the sidelines with stablecoins, now deciding Bitcoin is at a price, they want to invest, pump their stablecoins into into Bitcoin, and this is why, partially why we're seeing Bitcoin rise as well. Following the breakout above 16,000, analysts are generally bullish, particularly towards the medium-term trend of BTC. However, some remain cautious around the immediate effects. So the bull scenario, a lot of reasons why analysts are suggesting Bitcoin could go to the upside. Guys, I will link this article in the description. I don't want to get into it in too much detail because this is really not the point of the video. I want to talk more about the XRP price rally, that Nike swoosh effect. But we do have to understand Bitcoin price movement in order to kind of fully get the bigger picture of the XRP chart. So in terms of the near-term bear case, a short-term bear case scenario for Bitcoin still revolves around a positive market sentiment. Analysts still anticipate BTC to rally towards the end of the year, but in the immediate term, they expect a pullback because historically BTC has seen corrections throughout prolonged bull cycles. So you noticed I read this first sentence here, and although it's titled the near-term bear case, it is still sounding very, very positive. They're only thinking Bitcoin could go bearish in the short term, but ultimately it will still see a rally. So it's a bearish bull case, technically, I suppose. So in 2017, for example, when BTC rallied towards 20,000, it regularly saw rejections of about 20 to 30%. And this is what I've been showing you on the Bitcoin chart in the past, this idea that Bitcoin does get rejected every now and then, especially when it gets closer to reaching its new all-time high. So I've showed you this in the past. This is the bull run of 2017, and we've seen rejections here of about, I've counted as high as 40% for Bitcoin. This one 38.76, this one over here 40.38%. Okay, that's just the short term though. Ultimately, the rally will continue. So here's a quote. I do agree with the statement that we're in a disbelief phase. It's also hard to state something else when Bitcoin is just 20% away from its new all-time high. Regardless of that, a correction of 20 to 30%, that massive opportunity to be buying relatively cheap BTC, take it. So also short contract liquidations not occurring. A lot of information here with regards to the immediate outlook for Bitcoin. Again, guys, I will link this in the description. Ultimately, though, I wanted to bring this to your attention because the crypto market is bullish. Even on the bearish Bitcoin outlook, we are still bullish. The bear cases are only for the immediate future. But these analysts are suggesting Bitcoin is going to continue to rally, and XRP is in this position here where we're seeing the same kind of Nike swoosh pattern that we were back in 2017. Let me slide over this chart and show you guys today's pattern. So I'm just going to take it off auto there, so I can just rejig this now. Okay. Let's actually no. I'm gonna put it back on. I'm gonna put it back on auto and give you guys a sense here of where I'm going with this. So you guys can see after this rally up here, there was a big dip down, and then the trend slowly moved its way back up. So a sharp dip followed by a slow progressive rally. And guys, we're seeing that trend here as well. So sharp dip, slow progressive rally. If you guys can see that, you want me to finish off that swoosh? Yeah, look at that, baby. Okay, why this is significant is because if you guys look at the rest of this chart here, this is XRP from its last all-time high all the way till today, and I have it on the daily. There is no other place on this XRP chart where I have seen the same type of pattern. After that sharp dip, we haven't really seen at any point in time that slow and gradual increase where we're making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs and higher lows on their own are usually a sign, an indicator of a bullish rally. And when you look at the XRP chart here on the daily from, this is about 3 years of information here, there isn't really anything indicating that this has happened before. The closest thing, guys, I've noticed was over here when we saw, a sharp dip here with a gradual increase here, but then we got cut off here, okay? So this wasn't really able to extend past this mark here. Now, some of you guys might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, well, it's just because we're further along in the process here, and, had you been looking at this, you would have assumed that this could have been that Nike swoosh check. Let me show you guys why I don't think that that is the case. If you look at the tip of this top here, which I've demarcated here and earlier on in 2017 when we first saw this pattern, and I bring you guys the date range for that. Okay, let me just bring you guys, whoops, the date range for that particular top before it got cut off by a downtrend. We saw a date range of about 50 days. Okay, 50 days before we saw the drop off. To me, that makes this null and void because it didn't actually give this trend the time to completely formulate that Nike swoosh. Obviously, this back part is a lot longer than this front part is. Whereas, when you go back to this Nike swoosh pattern here, the first one we saw, and you take a look at that date range, guys, from here, from the top of that one, all the way to just before this bull rally here, it took about 110 days, okay? 110 days, so almost double the amount of time to consistently see these higher highs and higher lows right before that bullish pop all the way to all-time high of $3, and on this exchange it was about $3.33, I believe. No, $3.31 on this exchange, and that was XRP all-time high back in 2017. Well, how many days in are we right now? Let's bring the chart right back to present day. And guys, we had the downtrend, okay? We saw this peak up here. I already circled it with that circle. And in 2017, we saw the trend go from this last pop here. We saw it move into the future for 110 days before we really saw an XRP pop to all-time high. And guys, where are we today in this trend? Well, if you count today, we are already at 104 days. Actually, I'm over one. No, I'm not. 104 days. That to me says something very, very significant here with regards to this trend. We have had the time now to see higher highs, higher lows to formulate the back part of that Nike swoosh. We saw the same thing in 2017 when we saw the trend rally the same way, okay? The gradual move up for 110 days. So guys, does that mean that we're 6 days away, potentially, for a pop in XRP price? Well, I don't have a crystal ball, and of course, you can never pinpoint the exact day. But to me, guys, this is looking very promising. Not to say that this will go to all-time high right away, but breaking the 34-cent mark is very, very likely. We could go to this next level of resistance here, which is about 50, I believe it's 50.5 cents. Right here, okay, give or take. Oh, no, let me put that price in there. It's about 57.507 cents. Heck, you never know. It could follow the same pattern of this last pop, and we could see XRP break right through that 50.5 cent mark and go straight to the next level of resistance, which is exactly what happened here before XRP took a little bit of a break for a few days at 73.5 cents. So guys, we're 6 days shy of that 110-day mark, the point at which XRP skyrocketed after coming out of that deep dip, then rallying slowly up. So are we going to see XRP price break new records before the year is done? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.